Why does my kosher holiday meat dry out after cooking ahead? Imagine preparing a beautiful holiday meal for Rosh, Hashanah, or Shabbat, only to find your meat turns out dry and tough when it's time to serve. It can be frustrating, especially when you want everything to be perfect for your family and guests. Many people wonder why their kosher meat loses its moisture after cooking ahead and reheating. The answer involves a few key factors related to how kosher meat is prepared, cooked, and stored. First, kosher meat goes through a process called melicha, which involves soaking and salting to remove blood, as blood is not kosher. This salting can draw moisture out of the meat initially. If the meat isn't rested properly after salting, it might be more prone to drying out during cooking. Proper resting allows the salt to distribute evenly and helps the meat retain its juices. Next, the type of meat cut matters a lot. Tougher cuts like brisket or chuck need slow, moist cooking methods such as braising or slow roasting. These methods help break down connective tissues and keep the meat juicy. Tender cuts, like ribeye or tenderloin, requiring careful dry heat cooking at lower temperatures to avoid overcooking and drying out. Using the wrong technique for the cut can lead to dryness. Cooking ahead and reheating also plays a role. When you cook meat in advance and then reheat it, moisture can escape. As the meat cools, juices move to the surface or are lost during reheating. Reheating at high temperatures or for too long makes this worse. To keep the meat moist, reheat gently at low temperatures and consider adding some broth or sauce to help restore moisture. Temperature control during cooking is vital. Overcooking kosher meat, especially lean cuts, causes moisture to evaporate. For example, smoked brisket should be cooked slowly at an internal temperature of around 195 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit to become tender without drying out. Using a digital thermometer helps monitor the internal temperature precisely. Resting the meat after cooking is another important step. When you let the meat sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, juices redistribute evenly inside. Cutting into the meat too soon causes those juices to run out, leaving the meat dry. Resting is especially helpful for holiday meals prepared in advance. Proper storage before serving also makes a difference. Wrapping cooked meat tightly and refrigerating promptly prevents moisture from escaping. When reheating, wrapping the meat in foil or reheating gently helps keep it juicy. In summary, kosher holiday meat dries out after cooking ahead mainly because of the salting process, the choice of cut, cooking method, temperature management, resting time, and reheating practices. Paying attention to these details, like salting and resting the meat properly, selecting the right cooking method for each cut, monitoring internal temperatures, and reheating gently, can help you serve moist, flavorful meat for your Rosh Hashanah or Shabbat table.